What up, guys? It's Fade here again. This video is called "The True Beginning to Be Better." I found myself talking about a lot of my experiences, what I go through, and how, like, a lot of people are a result of what came before them. But you need to understand that God predestinated you for something. God predestinated you for something better. You just have to be willing to put your first foot, take the first step in deciding that you want to be. He will never force you to do something that you don't want to do, but he does want the best for you, and he knows what's best for you. You probably realize that you want to grow. You want to have a little bit of growth in whether it be your career, helping people, talking to people, giving your life to providing, being a good man, being a good person. And the way to do that is you have to be willing to surrender. You have to be willing to. Everybody is so like endowed in like themselves and their pride and what I can do or what you think I can't do or like how can I get through this? There's nothing you can't get through without Jesus. Jesus is the sole proprietor of everything. And to be better, you got to be willing to give up everything that you think. Because a lot of things that you think matter don't matter like that. Other than God, for real, no cap. Like vaping, smoking, drinking, hanging out with friends, all that stuff don't matter if you don't God. All right. What you feel is fleeting. Like how you feel is always going to be gone with the wind the next day. You're not going to be mad 24/7. You're not going to be happy 24/7. How you feel changes all the time. So try not to like dwell on what you feel and try to dwell on what the real is and how to follow God every day. His word is there. The word about how to follow Jesus is there. And even if it's better to like how you feel will change based on how you follow the word, how you act and move and action, obedience and action is the sole thing that it makes the difference between like people that say they love God and people that don't, because it talks about like faith without works is dead. How you show your faith is by what you do every day. If I say I'm trying to be better and I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to do that and I don't change nothing I'm doing, I'm really not what I say I am. But what I'm saying is not true to what I do, then there's no like basis behind it. That's why a lot of people, they won't even mess with people that are they're talkers and not doers, because the doers will get things done and the talkers will just say stuff. They have dreams and aspirations that they won't go after. And I want it for us to have these things, these goals in our life that we want to go after, but we have to seek with God. So the first step of that is surrendering. The first step of everything you do is not like trying to run at it, trying to do this, falling on your feet and surrendering to God, surrendering to Jesus, because he gonna give you the desires that you want for yourself. Like he knows what you want before you want it. He wants to see how bad you want it, really, because you will never fail with him. Like he wants you to be on his side, literally. He wants you to be right next to him, telling him all your sorrows, telling him what you struggle with, what the issues are with how you try to live, and all of this. Like, yes, you go to your family with your issues. Yes, you go to, but the person that can literally handle those problems and then come back to you and make sure that you're rock solid and steady is Jesus. And Jesus is the way, the truth, and life. He's the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega, the truth teller. He tells the truth at all times. He's a healer and a protector. And it is a shock to me at how much he's been integral in my life, how much he's been a rock for me in my darkest moments, how much he is just amazing at every point in every stage that I have ever been in. And I'm still like, and I'm not even saying this from a standpoint that I'm like perfect in my walk, because I'm not. I fail at sometimes. I sin sometimes. But I want the best. I want to be a man that doesn't sin again, that doesn't desire to do these things. For the things I hate, I do, right? But I know in my heart that if I want to be good, if I want to be better than I am right now, there's some things I got to drop, and there's some things that I have to stand on business on. It won't take just one time. You will not come to God and surrender just one time and then you'll be better. Just so you know. You will fall sometimes. You want to keep trying and keep adapting and keep going. You will never fail if you never quit. You will never fail if you never quit. You will consistently win if you never quit. Quitting is how you lose. So, because God will never quit on you. God does never fail if you never quit. So the point that I want you to get is that, sometimes it'll be like this. Sometimes you'll be up. Sometimes you'll be down. Sometimes it won't look all the way around. Sometimes you'll be poor. Sometimes you'll be rich. But the constant is Jesus. The constant is God. So you need to keep trying. You need to keep going at it. You need to keep trying to be consistent. Sometimes you'll hit 3 times a week. Sometimes you won't sin the whole week. Sometimes you will inadvertently. That's why it's always about constant communication, praying, getting your prayer life together. I put 4 categories up for building my life with Christ. And for real, that is praying, fasting, like giving time to God, and reading the word. Like reading the word. Like prayer, you do it all the time when you start, like times where you don't think you need it to times where you do. Fasting, you set out, designate times. You need to set goals for yourself and accomplish those goals. And then your life will coincide with that. Once you get organized, your life, for example, once you start and you keep going, everything will fall in line. Once you set yourself up, once you give yourself a routine, that routine will make you better because you're doing the same thing over and over again. You're consistent at this thing. You're boom. Okay, praying, fasting. Let me go work out. Let me go try to eat right. Let me try to do this. And then like God will be like, okay, this person is hitting it. And then you're gonna slip up sometimes. You're gonna be on your stairs trying to get up. And you're probably gonna fall. But you gotta get back up and be like, okay. Don't focus on the mess up. Focus on what you can do more later. Just be like, okay, I messed up here. Lord, forgive me. I need time. Boom, let me get back on. Because that's where I struggle. I feel like it's the end of the world after I sin. I be like, dang, oh my God. God don't want me. No, he do. He wants you to come back immediately. When I sin, I be like, bruh, like here I go again, bro. I'm not enough. But you are. At every stage, at every point in your life, you are. He knows every hair on your head. He knows everything about you. That's why he loves everyone. Because he understands everyone. He understands and knows how it is. He knows you personally. The person that knows you more than you is him. He knows all your experiences. He knows like the worst parts of you and the best parts of you. He knows when you act a fool, and he knows how kind you are when you need to be kind. And he knows what caused that, the things that made you who you are and the things that made you who you're not, the people that you were around, everything. So when it comes to him and you go to him, you go to Jesus and say, man, I messed up. He's like, dog, the child I knew my whole life, the child I knew before they were born is finally back in with me. The sheep that left is finally home, and I've been waiting for you to come home. As I was saying, when it comes to that, like, the reason you have to stand up is the reason you have to be like solid with how you want to follow Christ is because there's no middle ground. There's no dipping your toe on one side of the line and being on the other side of the line. when you say you want to pick up your cross and follow God, when you want to truly follow God, there is so much stuff that you have to leave behind. There's so many things that you'll have to like know, and you realize what is wrong. Like you realize the fault in what you do by yourself. You'll feel the guilt. You'll feel all of that, but it's not something that you should be like afraid of or ashamed of. It's something that you should own up to and be like, God, I've failed this. I did this. I need you right now. I need you to help me and take this from me, because Jesus will clean your slate at all times, all the time. So to be better, you want to get rid, like throw away everything that you thought, because the world is really good at this. Like, let me tell you, being in the world, they are almost excellent at like making things that are unnatural seem like it's cool, like seem like, hey, that's fine. Like, and you'll realize, like, you'll be looking at it and be like, no, that's not something I want for myself. That's not something I would want for my kids. That's not something I would want for the people that are around me. Like, they will try to make crazy circumstances and crazy things seem normal, and a lot of it is in like social media and stuff, especially on your phone, especially like all these different places, and it's everywhere. It's like almost unescapable unless you know how to combat it. So you'll be, not purposely, but just in the middle of something that you don't want to be in the middle of, because you don't know. You have to be like vigilant. So when you first go into that realm of, I want to follow after God, I want to be a better person, I want to be better for my family and the people I love, and so I want to be better so that God can be the number one in my life, you will feel like, dang, okay, this is what I need to change. Dang, let me sit down and make this adjustment. And not gonna lie, it's gonna be one of the hardest things you gotta do, because there's a lot of relationships you gotta drop. There's a lot of like attachments. There's so much stuff that you don't even realize that you could be attached to, that you have to just cut away from you. And people will treat you differently because of it. People be like, why you act, man, this dude acting sort of way, like he a nerd, he this, yes, he lame. No, I'm trying to help myself, and I'm also trying to help you. Like, I don't do that because there's a certain standard that I have to meet now. I don't do that because I can't have that interrupting what I have with Jesus, because Jesus is the number one thing. And because people think that loving the Lord, right, and going after God like that is just not as common, they'll think that you're weird. But that is not the case. You just want the best. You want to be better. You want to be the person that Jesus talks about when he says you will go and never sin again, and letting patience have her perfect work, and being wise and understanding of people's plights, and wanting to give more of yourself, and being selfless. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when you do this, none of it is about you. Like, people will see you doing great, and you yourself will know that this is not me. Like, I'm not the person that you should be like thanking. It's Jesus that you should be thanking, because he put this in me. He's living inside of me. He's providing for me, because without him, I wouldn't have none of what I have. Without him, I wouldn't be able to speak how I'm speaking or give how I'm giving, because I don't know where I'll be without him. There are so many times where I'm trying to grow as a man, and if you guys are down to follow my journey and follow Christ, like, first and foremost, I don't want you to just come here to watch me. I want to talk about Jesus, bro. Jesus is the be all, the beginning and the end. Jesus is my eyesight. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Jesus is all that I think about. So I want you to grow in Christ. I want us to become strong men, and be good followers of God. And if you want to do that, stay on the channel, read the word, and grow, build. Start somewhere, and start with yourself, and start with Jesus.